What's up, everybody? Choose here. It's a little after 12:30, I think, Sunday afternoon, and I have the AC on. I'm so sorry. It's actually on fan, but I needed you guys. Been a lot of cooking this morning, so it's really hot. So I made peas and corn. It's like the Del Monte whole kernel corn with the poblano peppers. I really love those. I had some salt and pepper and a little butter in it. Some maple and bacon baked beans, Bush's beans. I actually added a little more bacon to mine. Some scalloped potatoes. Haven't had that in ages. And pork chops, which I haven't had in ages either. I cooked them in the skillet, and then I breaded panko bread. I used panko breadcrumbs and put them in the air fryer. Oh, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Thank you. That's where I was. Had to get the knife. Oh, and I made coleslaw. So it isn't my signature creamy pineapple coleslaw. I thought I had pineapple, and I did not. So it's I've got a little balsamic vinegar and a little oil to give it a creamy sort of texture. I also added Miracle Whip this time for the tanginess, and it's good, but very tasty. But it's just I'm missing the pineapple. So, for those of you that are wondering and you saw last night's video, I am in a better mood today. Yeah, I'll explain what happened. Hey. That's so good. Very tasty. So good. Everything is so good here. I am really proud of myself this morning. I got me a decent rest, and I just got up and started, I went to do my whites, my laundry. Did the trash in the building. Made all this stuff. And I'm glad because I don't have to make anything in the evening. I can just kind of relax the rest of the day. Or whatever I want to do, So, yesterday, you might listen to this and think I'm being over dramatic, but whatever. I want to set this up really good. The workday was fine. I got up at like 3:27 in the morning. thinking, okay, because I wanted to get to work a little earlier so I can have a nice breakfast before my actual shift started, my shift, because that's the way you're supposed to do it. So when I get to the job at 7:34 and no one's in the building, I'm like, fuck. Now I'm gonna have to eat and kind of sneak and eat while I work, which is never really comfortable. Your oatmeal gets cold because you're busy trying to fulfill orders and all of this stuff, blah blah blah. Anyway, it was a great day yesterday at the job. A little busy because hat in the freezer called off. Anyway, I get off work and I'm gonna take this one bus that I could, if I'm going to Walmart, I usually take this particular bus to get there. If I'm going straight home, I take another bus. So I take this bus to a place called Clark Street, okay? And I'm noticing it's a weekend, it's busy, the buses run they're delayed, okay? So there are two buses that I could take. The 22 Clark or the 36 Broadway. Let's have a little more to eat. The Clark bus was going to get to where I was sooner than the 36. And I did want that's not bad actually. I did want to go to Walmart, so I just said, you know what, I'll get one of these Clark buses. That's fine, no problem. But sometimes, and I know they were going to have this event, there's an area called Lakeview, and the Walmart is in Lakeview. Sometimes on Broadway, that's one street, they have these dine out events where they close, there's an intersection at Clark, Broadway, and Diversey. They will close Broadway completely off, and the Broadway and Clark buses the Broadway bus would have to detour. Instead of going down Broadway, it would then go down to Clark Street if there were one of these events, okay? Now, set the scene. Just getting off work, 8-hour shift. It's hot as hell outside, right? Waiting a long time for this Clark bus. Get on a Clark bus, and I say to myself, I'm gonna look, when Clark gets to Diversey, I'm gonna look and see if Broadway has any kind of roadblocks or like signage that say that it's closed. And if I don't see anything, I'll just go walk down to Walmart. Everything should be fine. I go to Walmart, do my shopping, I get done. Okay. So I walk up to this like about a block or a half a block to wait on the Broadway bus. I'm looking at a bus tracker online on the bus tracker app for the Chicago Transit. And I'm seeing Broadway bus should be, approaching. The minute I knew that something was wrong was the song that was playing in my ear was much longer than the time the bus was supposed to get there, which was like 6 minutes. Oh, that song multiplied by several other songs. Basically, I said something is wrong with the 36 Broadway bus. I waited like an hour. And there were other people waiting too. Not a lot, but there were people waiting at the stop that I was at. So I decided to I decided to walk down a block back to Clark and Diversey to go to Clark Street to just take the Clark Street bus home. It would have been a longer commute though. I would have had to take another bus as well. So, 5 minutes after I get to Clark and Diversey and wait for that bus to come, I see a 36 Broadway bus. But the light, the turn signal, they're turning, let me get the visual, turning left. I said, okay. If it had turned right, it would have went down Broadway. Its normal route, no problem. It was turning left, it was gonna come down Clark Street. I said, okay. So earlier, when I'm waiting for the bus, I had seen buses, but I assumed that they were the Clark Street bus. Those were the number 36 buses that I missed. I get on the bus, I asked the woman, is there an event going on further up on Broadway? And she said, yeah, Broadway and Belmont, there's a dining out. All these restaurants have these little events, you know, where people can dine out. I was so mad. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I'm sweating. The heat from this food, too. And I'm like, I wasn't mad with her at all. She was really nice. I was mad at the fact that I left work at 4 and I didn't get home until like 7. I gotta turn this AC on, you guys. I'm sorry. Sweating. And I was like, you know what? I am all for people, you know, having fun and dining outdoors and doing, but can't you do that without closing the streets? And the one thing I was really pissed off about is at Clark and Broadway and Diversey, where that intersection meets, there was no signage letting people know that the Broadway bus wouldn't be going down Broadway. Instead, when we get to Broadway and Belmont, when I'm on this, you know, Broadway bus, when we get there, the signage is there. After I got home, I talked to my cousin who, as you all know, if you saw Child Would Choose with my cousin, he works for the CTA. I said, this is kind of inconvenience and inconveniencing and misleading to the customers because you got the signage, they got the signage at Broadway and Belmont and where they need to have it at the intersection of Clark and Diversey. Clark, Broadway, and Diversey. So that people know, okay, the Broadway bus is not coming down this stretch of Broadway. It's going to go down Clark Street. Duh. That would have just saved a lot of time and frustration, not just for me, but for the other gaggle of people that were waiting. I'm sure they wonder where the fuck was I walking to? I was already there for like an hour. The people that came to wait on that Broadway bus after me didn't realize that. I'm got heavy bags in my hand thinking this bitch is gonna show up, but it doesn't. So, I get home, and because I've gotten home later than I typically would, there's mountains of trash on my floor particularly. I mean, they've been drinking and eating pizza and all types of bullshit, and I'm just like, is there gonna be an end to this day? So, I know I probably should not have uploaded that video, but I said, you know, maybe someone out there would appreciate a no talking video, or a video that basically didn't have much talking in it. Maybe someone would like it. So good together. Just that you know, you just have those moments where you just, I don't want to talk. Because I had stuff going on in my head already. I probably would have felt a lot better had I discussed it, but I just wanted to eat, to be honest. I mixed my beans in with the peas and corn. This is why I don't use this plate anymore. Ooh. So, I appreciate you guys, you know, help me to feel better and everything. I appreciate that. I mean, I knew I would. It's just, I wish that companies and businesses and entities would think about the fact that not everyone works 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Some of us have to work the weekend. And this, by the way, this dine out thing, event is supposed to go on for several weeks. I got something they can dine out on. At any rate, today is a much better day. Except my plate is sliding all over the place and turning. It may as well be on a Lazy Susan. I am so glad I made this meal today and made it early. But I tell you what, between the beans and the coleslaw, oh my God, it's gonna be gas central in here. I'm glad none of you all are coming over. I'm just gonna take this whole big old piece of chop. Don't forget to season your breadcrumbs, ladies and gentlemen. So much better. I season mine, by the way. I don't know why. I feel like that's a step that would be easy for a person to forget to do. It just, you don't have to overpower it. It just enough, because some are already seasoned, but I like a little extra. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta tell you though, I don't know. Why do I always say that? I gotta tell you though. I don't know that I should have mixed the green peas with the corn. I'm used to the corn having, because it's got poblano peppers in it, I'm used to tasting that. And I think mixing the green peas, which are kind of sweet, mixing them in with the corn, I just wanted to use them because they've been in the freezer. I was like, peas and corn go together, but I'm not tasting that hot, that mild heat that I would usually get. Yeah, I'm doing it with my fingers, I don't care. This is basically my first meal of the day. Other than, like, you know, sampling stuff. And it was very, very delicious. I'm glad to be enjoying it with you guys in a happier, in a better headspace than I was in yesterday. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, despite the AC, but you all know what time it is with the AC. Like, I had just heated everything up, so I hope you're able to enjoy it anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And have a great weekend. I'll see you guys soon.